Welcome back to my channel. So in today's video we are going to be doing a complete fall makeup tutorial. So this makeup tutorial is inspired by a look that I found on Facebook. A lot of my Facebook friends know I do makeup. I obviously do their makeup, things of that sort. So they tag me in a lot of posts, and no post has gotten me quite as excited as this post. I will post it somewhere here in the video so that way you guys see what I'm talking about, but it didn't have her name in it, so I can't give her credit, but that look was fire. I was like, I have to recreate that look. So I did my own little twist and kind of take on it. I'm not sure of the product she used either. So I just went ahead and grabbed my Sephora Pro palette and also my Anastasia Beverly Hills Subculture palette. I don't pick up this palette as often as I maybe should, because this is a quite pigmented palette and it is quite expensive. So for this look I decided that these colors were perfect for the palette. If that's the palette that you use, then pats on the back for me, but if not, then you can use any similar colors that you have, like Chickadee from Makeup Geek, Cherry Cola from Makeup Geek, Corrupt from Makeup Geek, and then a dark purple, whatever it may be. But I used All Star, Edge, Rowdy, and then I used a black out of the Sephora Pro palette. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if everything's dropping. Let me know if you do. Also let me know other looks that you would like to see, or tag me on Instagram. If you're my Facebook friend, send me something on Facebook. If you're not my Facebook friend, I have everything listed on one side of this video. So it will have the handle here, so you can go and follow me on Facebook, so that way when you see something poppin', you can tag me in the comment section. But let me know what else you guys would like to see. I love you all, and I'll see you guys soon. Mwah. Bye.
Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. So we're going to start by priming our lids, and I'm using my MAC Studio Finish Concealer in the shade NC45 with a Sigma F70 concealer brush. I'm sorry if I sound a little bit sick. I don't know what the problem is, but I'm really sick, but I'm going to try to get through this video as best as I can. Right now, I went into the Sephora Pro palette, and I'm taking this warm transition shade. I believe it's called Terracotta on a Sigma E35 blending brush, and I'm working this up into the upper crease. I'm really building this color on because I want the upper crease to be a warm shade. Then I'm going to go back into that palette, and I'm going to take this darker kind of maroon berry-ish shade. I'm not sure of it off the top of my head, but I'm taking this with just a average Joe blending brush, just placing this into the transition or the crease, and also building the shade up because I want a little bit of this darkness to break through. And then I am going to start to cut out the crease. And for this, I use my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer just because it's a little bit thinner of a consistency. It's not going to make the crease too thick, so I'm just using that with a flat definer brush from Sigma and just mapping out the crease and then just blending the concealer down. You want to bring this crease shade or this cut crease all the way up into your crease. So now we're going into the Subculture palette, and this is the shade Edge, and I'm using a Sigma. This is a packing brush. It's a dense packing brush. I don't know the number of the brush, but I'm packing that shade into the first kind of like 1/3 of my eye. I'm really making sure I go over and over and over this shade until it's extremely pigmented and really popping. And then I take the shade All Star and I place that right next to it. I just flip the brush over and wipe off some of the Edge shade off, and then I just start packing this on. These shades are a lot harder to blend into each other than, say, other shadows. So I just really took my time and really went back and forth with the two shades to make sure they blended. So next I take Rowdy, which is a really, really dark, almost black matte purple, and I take that right up next to All Star and just pat that into it. Once again, I'm using the same brush. I'm just going in between, wiping off the excess powder of the eyeshadows and placing them over the top of each other. And then I take Obsidian out of the Sephora Pro palette, and I take this is an e.l.f. smudge brush. I got this from like Target for like $1, maybe like 3 years ago, and I am just placing that out into my wing. So this is going to be the wing and the last shade that we apply. And then now I'm going into my next crystal liner. This is in the shade Crystal Silk. First I apply that, and then I'm going to take this eye candy glitter And this is in the shade Honey Drop, and this is the most fine glitter I have ever used. I love this glitter. I have had it in my collection for about 3 years, and it's just amazing. It never steers me wrong. So pretty much what you see me doing is going back and forth between the glitter liner and the glitter. I'm using a Sigma Wing, the liner brush. This is an EO6 brush, and I'm just using that to place the glitter on it because the brush is really small and defined, and it's really great for detailing work like that. And then for liner, I'm going into the Sigma Standout Eyes eyeliner. This is in the shade Wicked. It's just a black liquid or a black gel eyeliner, and I'm using a Sigma Wing liner brush. Once again, I'm not sure of the number of the brush. I feel like since I've gotten sick, I've had like kind of, I guess you could say, pregnancy brain, but more so like sick brain. I can't remember anything. But right now I'm using a L'Oreal eyeliner pencil. It's a Silkemy eyeliner pencil to place in my waterline. And then I'm using my Eyeris Beauty lashes in the style Athena. They're really lightweight, but yet wispy. So to prime my skin, I'm using this LaRoche Posay and the Leos 50 primer. This is a mattifying and also a pore minimizing primer, but it's also a sunscreen. So I know it's about fall time, so you don't really have to worry about sunscreen. But if you're looking for a really great primer that doubles as sunscreen, this is great. Then I go in with my Anastasia Beverly Hills Stick Foundation in the shade Cocoa. And I apply this all over my face, which I knew this was going to be a little too orange, so I went in with my Maybelline Stick Foundation in the shade Coconut, which is a little bit too yellow. And mixing the two gives me that perfect kind of undertone where it's not too green, or not too yellow and not too orange. And I just blend that out with a flat top kabuki brush. This is from the Pretty Bar. And I'm just using that to blend out the foundation. And as you can see, both of these foundations together match beautifully, and they give me a really beautiful foundation coverage. So then I went in with the butt part of my beauty blender just to soak up any excess cream, because blending it out with the foundation brush, it applies more product to the skin as opposed to taking away. So this just took away a little bit of the excess so I won't have any transfer. And next I go in with the Kat Von D Lock-It Tattoo Concealer in the shade D35. This is a more neutral based concealer. It's going to be less yellowy and less orange as opposed to a warmer or a cooler concealer. So I really like using this one. The only downfall is it is extremely thick. So as much as I have on my face right now, you don't even need the tiniest bit with that concealer goes a long way. But for me, the more glam, the more full coverage it is, the better. So right now you just see me baking down the bridge of my nose and the side of my nose, and also setting all of the areas where I apply concealer. And then I go in with my Black Radiance True Complexion powder, the contour powder, and it just bronze up my skin just to add a little bit more definition and a little bit of color back into the skin, because my skin looked a lot flat and just one-dimensional and just not, you know, pow. So I love contouring. It's one of my favorite steps, along with blush and highlighter. So for blush, I use this NYX blush and cheek and contour duo in the shade Wine and Dine. And I use that berry kind of blush shade for my cheeks. I'm using a Pink Martini blush brush. And then I go in and contour my nose, and I'm just using a Sigma E39 Buff and Blend eyeshadow brush. I'm just using that to slim down and snatch the side of my nose just to give it a little bit more of a smaller, more defined appearance. And then for highlighter, I'm using my Maybelline Master Chrome highlighter. This is in the shade Molten Gold. It is so beautiful and it is so pigmented. You guys, one swipe, it just has my cheekbones popping. So I apply that with ABH Cosmetics fan brush to all of the high points of my face. And then I go in with the other end of an Anastasia Beverly Hills eyeshadow brush, and I just use that to highlight down the tip and the bridge of my nose just to bring those features forward a little bit. And then I set my face with this Project Beauty Spray Set and Go spray. I got this out of my BoxyCharm box, and just use that to refresh and set my face. And then I am going back in with that same L'Oreal eyeliner and applying that to the waterline. If you want to use a nude to open your eyes up a little bit more, you can. But now I am just repeating all of the steps that I applied on the top crease shades on the bottom. So I'm using that Terracotta or that darker maroon shade, and I'm applying that with another Anastasia Beverly Hills brush. And then I'm using Obsidian, which is another black shade out of the Sephora Pro palette, and that same e.l.f. smudge brush. And just applying that to the lower lash line. And then I, of course, apply mascara off camera, but make sure you bring that all the way from the outer corner all the way to the inner corner. And then now I'm using Anastasia Beverly Hills Vamp and Sad Girl. I mixed the two liquid lipsticks together. Sad Girl is the darker of the two, and Vamp is a little bit lighter, but mixing the two makes it not as dark and not as light. So it just makes the perfect combination. So after that, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. That completes it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Also, don't forget to subscribe before you go. I love you all, and I will see you guys in the next video. Mwah. Bye.